Well, here we go, folks. Time to wrap up another day. It's really, it's hard to believe how fast time goes and moves along. It's as you get older, the clock moves a lot faster. Okay, we had our first buy in the 91, 93 area right down here. We kind of blew right through. Second buy was 86 to 88, right in here. And our second level held. It's been really tough trading today. I mean, there's no trade here. There is a trade here. You make a little. V bottom, I guess you could have gotten in on that one. Right here, scratch, maybe make a little. Scratch, maybe make a little. I mean, it's just really tough trading. It's real easy to get chopped up in here. If you took every signal in here, you could have had 7 scratches to small losses. Excuse me, 9. And that's what you really want to avoid. You really want to get into, you have to be able to make the call bracketed market. And the way that you do that is that on a bracketed market, you don't get follow through selling on these bars that have a lot of volume that have the potential to move the market. No picture from everybody. If that is the case, I'll have to start over. Can anybody see what I'm drawing on the screen? Huh. Well, let me restart and see if it comes up. Okay, so it's just partial. Okay, Frank and Mike, I'm doing a little squiggly line across the top of the screen up there at 2098. And hopefully Mike can see. Okay, good. Anyway, it's just really tough trading. And in these situations, it's real easy to go back and say, well, I didn't take any of these trades. And hell, if you took trades in here, you could have had 6 trades and been chopped. And then you would have been fortunate enough to take this one and get it back. I mean, so this is one of those days where, I mean, pretty much anything you do is for a little bit, or you might even be wrong. And we have days like that. And that's why when we have these markets that are just moving big, everything's going in your favor, that's when you add the extra contracts and you get some of that money back, because there will be days like that. I mean, there's no way to get around it. Okay, we've got an inside day today. We haven't broken it out, but if you're to put everything together, put Y with X with S over here, you're still dealing with a very solid P, as you can see. So if someone said, okay, Frank, come on, Frank K., what are you going to do, long or short at the market right now? You'd have to be long. The structure says the capital is still flowing into the market. So this screen tells us trading range with an up bias. Look at the F2 screen. Put them all together. Do an L or a K split. And we definitely had a P before the K period started. We got to get buying down here against 90, and we really aren't rejecting this 96, 98 area. I mean, it's not coming up here, and it's not getting slammed. If things are so bad, what are we doing up here the third time? So, again, on this screen, if you had to do something, you'd have to do it from the long side, and you have to really get comfortable with this idea. All the volumes in the top half of the distribution, more buyers than sellers. What makes the market go up? More buyers than sellers, and that's what you can see when you look at the market this way. So selling failure at 98 to 2100 is, again, the easiest trade to see, and then 4 to 6 would be the second one. We're going to close this out. We're so close to 2100. We're going to close it over 2100. I need a 92 will be the first buy, and then 85. 87 will be our second buy zone. Tomorrow's news, jobless claims. They're looking for 295. Philly Fed, 8.5. That number could come in lower than forecast because numbers out of that region have been coming in lower than forecast. LEI at plus 0.3%. Nobody pays any attention to LEI anymore because of the interest rate component, which skews the data. So a little lower low, a little lower high. Structurally, we could actually sell this market on the F1. When we go take a look at F2, on the note, you're a buyer. So again, the easiest trade to see them be sell-failure to take out 4 to 8. And the market spiked. You know, the informed players, when you go back and look at the knob spread and everything else, they're not betting on a stronger economy. They're saying this economy is soft, or at least softening, and the yield curve is flattening out. So the guys that really know fundamentals and know the economy are saying that we don't, you know, modest growth is about the best we could expect. So in this particular situation, got volume up here at 12. Can we get through 8? So better resistance is up here in the 8 to 12 area. On the buy side, because we ran it up, I think they'll want to come back and they'll want to retest these single prints. So we've got the single prints over here in this 26, 28 area. We've got single prints 30.5 all the way down to 18.5. So I think we got a chance to take it lower. So I like to get this 29.25 area right here for buy 1, and we'll put a question mark at 1. And it may be tomorrow before we're able to buy there, then 17 to 21 to retest the breakout right here at 18. But the Fed's going to keep interest rates low, and they really have to. I mean, how can they raise interest rates unless they're just prepared to see the stock market roll over and I think if they were going to do that, they would have done it earlier. You know, this administration, if they start raising interest rates this summer like they say, okay, that kills the stock market, and I guess the following summer they could raise it to rally it back into the elections. So things were bad because they're going to get better. But I mean, they really, really do have a hard, very, very difficult job because the government is not cooperating. The tax policy and the industrial policy kills jobs. And it's just really, really, really difficult to ignore that. So we're going to sell failure here to take out 145 even. 145.04. Sell 2 will be 7 to 11. On the buy side, we're there. Open up a little bit, 17 to 21. Put a question mark at 25. And then 13 to 9. But, you know, imagine that you're at the Fed and they get to see what goes on in Congress and the bills that are proposed and the stuff that gets passed and what comes out of the EPA and what comes out of the OSHA and all these other, the Energy Department. And they're sitting there, they got to be pulling their damn hair out saying, how in the hell are we supposed to, you know, get the economy to grow under these conditions? I mean, I don't envy their job. I mean, obviously they all feel insulated enough that they will not be affected by catastrophic whatevers. But it's a... The Fed does not have an easy job. Okay, we're right back up to our 10 to 12 where we were this morning. So 10 to 12, sell 1. Picking this up here, 15 to 18, sell 2. On the buy side, we rallied up out of that 99, so we'll put 1200, 1202 buy one. Pretty much the numbers we had this morning, 95, 97. The announcement that looks like the Greek banks will not be allowed to fail. They've been given emergency funding that'll get them through the next couple of weeks as they continue to work on the deal. And the deal is you will what we tell you to do. We're going to lower the interest rates. We're going to extend the terms. But we ain't writing off debt right now. And Greece is saying, you're going to give us the money, you're going to extend the terms, and you are going to write off debt. But eventually, because the EU has a checkbook, they win this round. As soon as Greece gets the money, they'll pick up the microphones again. There will be a visit to China. Count on that. And the game will start all over again. Okay, there is so much crude oil production, and the world's economy is softening quickly outside the United States, maybe even in the United States. But nobody's worried about what's going on in the Persian Gulf right now. But we are in a trading range. We got a seller above 54, and we've had a buyer right down there at 51. It's a $3 trading range. So 54 held. We're headed lower right here, so we'll make 51, 50, 75. Let them go a little bit lower. Buy one. Don't know what will come out of the Middle East. What atrocity will be committed by ISIS. What area they're close to overrunning. And then 50, 75 to 51 for buy two. But again, I just don't think that the news is such that we're going to get good news out of the Middle East. It'll stop people. We're going to sell 52.75 to 53. It's aggressive as hell. And then 53.50, 53.75. But we're going to try to lean against that high volume number at 52.75. Imagine you're over there and you're an ISIS fighter and you're running that and you're the minister of propaganda and you cannot get the United States to validate who you are and why you're doing this. That has got to frustrate the hell out of them. Excuse me, we're doing this. This is our caliphate. We are chopping off heads. We're doing all this other stuff. We're stoning people as per Sharia law. It's being done in the name, and the United States, these are random acts of violence. These are man-made, man-created violent acts of violence, and ISIS has got to just be going nuts. Say, what? What do we have to do? And unfortunately, I think it takes a big catastrophic event where even the mainstream media can't allow the politicians in Europe and the United States and other places not to call it what it is. Okay, we definitely have a buyer below 1350, and we definitely have a seller above right in 1450. And so we got a high up here. We've got resistance. We've got volume. So 1410 to 20 is sell one, and then 35 to 45 is sell two. On the buy side, 75, buy one. And then 50 will be buy two. But it looks like to me that we're going to keep talking in Europe until we work this thing out. And they are good at that. Folks, that's all. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. I'm sure I will feel better tomorrow. I did feel better today, but not going to press the voice too far. Y'all have a great evening. See you at 6:45 Central in the morning. I'm out of here.